to speculate where it might have landed, but I must admit that such conjecture is futile. Still, the questions about whose hands might one day hold my MYST book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play MYST. This is one that I've wanted to do for a while now, and I'm going to just go ahead and lower the volume a good bit and hope that that actually makes a difference. MYST, way back when, I want to say it was in like the early mid-90s, like 93-ish maybe. This game was revolutionary for its time. It pretty much, it's basically, at its heart, it's a point-and-click adventure, kind of puzzly kind of game. And like I said, it just opened a lot of eyes way back when, including my own. And the version that I'm playing here is found on Steam. It is called realMYST. The primary difference between realMYST and the original game is that in the original game, the entire world was basically just screenshots, and you would go from one screenshot to the next as you travel around the world. With realMYST, not so much anymore. You're actually be able to move about freely. Go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna spend this first video just kind of exploring the island of MYST here. And there are, I don't even know where to begin explaining the lore of this game. But first things first, there is this one message here. Let's see. Catherine, I've left for you a message of utmost importance in our forward chamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve your message. Yours, Atris. Atris was the man who spoke during the intro. So that's 3 switches so far. Yeah, and it's like we have the giant gear, we have this giant ship thing. That's 4. So, was there a switch by the library? No. So, 5, 6, 7, and there's an 8th one there that we can't get to right now. And I don't know if this... The neat thing about this is that normally you're pretty restricted in where you can go, just due to the nature of things. With this, you can literally, if you can see it, you can pretty much go there. And that led me to discovering this little bit, Tiana, who is Atris' grandmother. Though you wouldn't likely know that unless you had read the novels associated with this game/world. They are good reads. I highly recommend them. Let's go ahead and head back down here, and there's the little chamber that was spoken of. And we've got an image of water, and so topographical extrusion test, marker switch diagram, and the water turbulent pool, which is what is currently there. So there were 8 switches here. And let's see what kind of message we have.
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine is one of our sons. I suspect Agon, but I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I'll find him and Cirrus as well. Oh, I should have known better than to have left my library unchecked for so long. Well, I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library and placed them in their places of protection. You shouldn't have to use the books until I return, but if you've forgotten the access keys, remember the tower rotation. Oh, and don't worry, Catherine. Everything will be fine. I'll see you shortly. Oh, and erase this message after you've viewed it, just to be safe.
I believe there is a way to actually erase that message, but I don't remember what it is. Nor have I ever actually done it, so I'll just leave it as is. So, apparently something involving Atreus' sons, Sirius and Achenar, has led to most of these books being in not as good a condition as they once were. There are some exceptions. There are some books that are still in good condition, at least by appearance. But you see, we have a red book and a blue book, a red book and a blue book, each with a single page next to them. So these books appear to be like the one that brought us here, though we don't actually see much of an image. But what happens if we add this page to the book?
Monsieur? Are you? See you. Nah. Help me. Bring me blue pages. Never. Pages. I must have the blue page. Come to me.
Aha! Someone who wants us to bring more blue pages. So let's see what happens here.
Why? Bring me a red page. I can't see. Need a red page, you must. Bring. Shh. I see it. Give it up. There is one thing I need to rescue.
Aha! So he introduced himself as Sirius. And if you listen closely, you were able to catch this guy referring to himself as Achenar. So these are the two brothers. And one other neat thing. I don't think that it's in the original game. Time does pass. We do have a day-night cycle going, which is pretty neat. Alright, so basically I'm just gonna go through the ins and outs of Mist Island, since I'm kind of be glossing over a lot of it in future videos. So, thanks to me hitting the marker switches, that's made all these things appear, and there we have the tower rotation. And as you can see, at 4 specific points, the tower kind of locks in place. These 4 locations link up to 4 different worlds. How these MYST books work. It is something that is referred to as the art, such that by writing a book, you're actually creating a whole new world, quite literally. And in the same manner that we were able to arrive here on MYST Island, you can use those books to actually travel to that world. Though unless you have bring another book with you, like say to MYST Island here, you're pretty much stuck. So just the kind of detail that would be required to write basically a book that literally encapsulates an entire world is very, very intriguing, and admittedly something that I would never be able to accomplish myself. So with the tower rotation, I'll just go ahead. Yes, this one. That it closes that door, but it opens this one here. And you can, in the settings, you can set the dead zone to determine how far the cursor has to go in order to move your line of sight. It can be a little finicky sometimes, but yeah. But going up and turning around and going up some more. Haha. So here we have a book symbol. And as you can see, I had it set to point towards the ship, and as such, that is where the book will lie. But on the other side of this tower, we have a key. And with that key, it'll reveal a clue to help you get to that. If you're being observant, you probably saw what the clue was already. But I'm not going to actually go up there and show what it is until we actually go to that place. So basically, the format of things that I'm going to be doing for this series is I'm going to have the tower rotated to one of the 4 locations. I'll probably determine that at random or something. Take the tower, show the clue, go to where that clue leads, do what needs to be done, and go into the world in question. And there we are. And then explore that world. So in each of the 4 worlds, there is a blue page and a red page that will, when you add them to their respective books in the library, you'll get more information from Cirrus and Akinar. I won't go into what they say until the time comes, because spoilers. And yeah, we'll see. This video might be on a bit on the short side, though I cannot guarantee that'll be the case for the entire series, because these worlds can be kind of tricky to get through, some more so than others. And yeah, that's how we're going to be going about things. And I hope you guys enjoy this series as it is. One thing before I mention, each of these 4 books. Let's see, which one was this one again? We'll get into that one later. So each of these 4 books refers to one of the 4 worlds, and I will also, since each of these books, I believe most, if not all of them, also have some sort of clue to getting to where we need to go. So I'll be checking out the book as well while we're in the library. So, join me next time when we head to one of the 4 worlds. We have the ship, we have the gear, we have this ship thing, and we have this one tree over here. So, whichever one I go to, join me next time when we travel, make use of lovely dimensional travel. So until then, this is MeleeWizard, and have a nice day.